Stan, here we are again in the attic. Top YouTuber and good friend of mine, Jim Timber 2, has sent me this booklet on the Spitfire. It's a reproduction booklet, but along with it, I was talking to him yesterday, and he didn't know, but what he sent me came with this free download thing. So basically, I went on there, and it came up you had to pay £1.99, but if you typed in that code, you got it for free. And it's a download of, it's more information on the Spitfire. I can't show you because it's on my phone. But this is a very interesting little reproduction item. And it basically, it tells you how to start a Spitfire, undercarriage indicators. I've had a flick through. It says there, undercarriage warning horn. The horn is fitted in early aircraft only. Sounds when the throttle lever is nearly closed. The undercarriage is not lowered. Extremely complicated when you think of all the things that someone flying an aircraft has to do. Handling. Right there, look. It's hard to do this. I'll try and step around the front of the camera like that. Aircraft controls, undercarriage indicators. And you have to remember as well, a lot of these young men, it's not focusing for some reason, a lot of these young men and young women in the transport, the ones who ferried the aircraft, what they're called again, can't remember, were coming from a society where people didn't even drive cars. A lot of people didn't drive cars. So then to jump into an aircraft, see, why isn't this focusing? Oh, there it is. It's telling you how to go on in emergencies and stuff. It must have been a sort of leap in your brain power, I suppose. Anyway, stop rattling on. So in this book as well, it says that there was different handling of each mark or model of Spitfire, and there was quite a few. I haven't wrote down exactly which ones were. And any Spitfire experts out there might know the marks themselves, but basically it says in one of the chapters about stalling. We all know what stall is, where an aircraft goes sort of like that and then falls out of control. But it was telling you how to alter the stall, but the telltale signs were different for each aircraft. So I mean, if you were used to flying a certain type of Spitfire and you jumped in, didn't necessarily mean you were an expert. That's what I'm getting from that. But each aircraft was different, each mark, so you had to be aware of that. Apparently, the Spitfire, it says in the manual, if you're going to exit the aircraft, if you need to make if the aircraft's mechanically in trouble, excuse me, I have to take a drink of water here. Burning the candle at both ends, being off work, terrible. Right, we'll start again. So the aircraft's in mechanical trouble, or it's you're being damaged by enemy fire. It says you're better off parachuting out, because, and rather than ditching or crash landing. It says ditching tendencies. It says it has a tendency to dive when it hits the water and go underneath. I'll see if I can get the little. Right, let's have a look. It says there, look. Whenever possible, the aircraft should be abandoned by parachute rather than ditched. Right, it doesn't say crash landing. It just says ditching. Yeah, so rather than ditching. So yeah, I think you probably belly up landing might be better. Rattling on again, aren't I? Right, so yeah, it had a tendency to dip under the water. So that's why they didn't want you to ditch it. It does say in there, you've got to go in with the swell, alongside the swell, or telling you how to do it. But the weird thing that in there, it says that there's a crowbar in the cockpit. So if we go to our legend here, our picture, I'll see that there. Number 26, crowbar. So for those people who watch war films, like I suppose we all do, Dunkirk, the latest one by Christopher Nolan, the Spitfire pilot gets trapped in his aircraft as it hits the water, and he can't get out. Now, at the time when I watched the film, I thought, wouldn't he have had an escape axe in there or something? Well, if he didn't have an escape axe, he'd have had a crowbar, unless anyone else says to me, early Spitfires didn't have them, but I can't see why that would be. So, okay, you might say he was panicking, but I don't know. Feel free to correct me, but I suspect it could be a bit of the old movie license, if you know what I mean. Like, just trying to make it a bit more, you know, exciting. What else have we got? So, the odd thing, or not the odd thing, I thought I'd done a video about it before. In fact, I'm sure I have, but I can't find it. Either I've taken it off my channel, or I've overlooked it. But you see this little fella here in the middle. Now this is it's not on there what it is, but it is a directional gyro, like compass header, directional gyro. Yes, so it gives you your heading. It's linked to the compass, and it has to be aligned, realigned, fiddled with a fair bit when you're flying. Now I even watched a couple of YouTube videos, mainly of these people who use aircraft simulations, trying to explain how this works with the compass. I'll tell you something, I don't think I'll ever made a Spitfire pilot. Ground crew, me, like, definitely. I couldn't get an head and a tail of it. But basically, it's something to do with the way that it's connected to the compass, and it's with your corrections, you can navigate yourself. Honestly, don't ask me, my brain was hurting watching it. Now, the surprising thing is, old Stan has got one. So there you go. There he is. So that is set there. It says on there, directional gyro Mark 1A in the window. So I believe you set that as your heading. It is linked by all sorts of gizmoids at the back. I'll put a bit of tape over there. That is linked to the compass. Now, when you shine a UV light on these they go glow orange. So yeah, that sort of radium in them, whatever it is, to make it glow in the dark. And the way it's mounted in the cockpit, it's a very awkward item to display that, actually. You can see there, it's round, but there's the 4 ball holes, and that goes through the middle of the console, if you get me, like that. See, so the console will be over the front of that, and just as shown. This, I got this at a car boot sale or antiques fair, something along that. It was a car boot sale, I'm sure. And I didn't pay a lot for it. If anyone has seen my old video or it resurfaces, I don't want to be a liar. I could have paid 20 quid, I could have paid 40 quid. I can't remember, honestly. But it wasn't a lot of money. And the fella said, if you look at it's got markings there, look at the back. Broad arrow. Now, to me, 51 could be 1951. There's all these scribbles and scratches. 43, 0943, 44, fitted to WX something, 45, 97. Now these ones, the guy said to me, a car boot sale, you know, you can check up on the internet on the RAF something, and you'll find that it was fitted with Spitfire. Now I've looked at these things, and they were fitted to, I think they were fitted to a lot of RAF aircraft in the post-war. So it might be a post-war one. Them scratches could have been done by the bloke himself. But then, if that's the case, why was it only 20, 30 quid, or whatever it was? So I haven't been able to check up on that, because I couldn't find the website he was on about. But an interesting item. And thanks again to Jim for sending me this. And little did he know that ties in nicely with my Spitfire directional gyro, if it's out of Spitfire. I just believe it is yourself, don't you? Then who cares? Who knows? Might be, might not be. So yeah, that's a very interesting item, that. Interior of the cockpit, and at the back it has diagrams for your fuel system. It's basically a how to fly a Spitfire in a handy little booklet. But as obviously I've just described to you the workings of that, and I don't know how that works properly, then I'd be no good flying a Spitfire, I don't think. So anyway, so thanks to Jim again for that booklet. I'm going to have to sort of get myself in a situation where I've got like an RAF corner. Oh, while we're at it, nearly forgot. I'd like to thank Jim again, because he knows I like a bit of DPM. Sent me a DPM cap, and he didn't realise that the guy he got it off, there was 2. So I've got 2 DPM caps for the price of 1. The problem is, as regular viewers will know, 57, no good for Stan. Maybe my missus can do it when she's doing the garden and I won't be able to see her. Get it? Deep here. Anyway, right. So thanks again, Jim Timber, for these gifts you've sent me. Top bloke that you are. And yeah, this is Stan, and I'll see you.